Guys, please check your audio and video settings. Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Yes, boss. Yesterday we discussed the strategy design pattern, guys. It's a gang of four design pattern and can be implemented in any OOP language. It is not Spring specific design pattern, but it has become popular because of Spring. We generally design target and dependent classes of dependency management. Okay, maybe it's morely for dependency injection according to the rules of strategy design pattern. Strategy design pattern says design the classes of dependency management as loosely coupled interchangeable part. That means we can move from one dependent to another dependent without touching the source code of what target. Yes. Am I audible, guys? Am I audible? Am I audible, guys? Check from your side. Check your side. Check your side. Check your network bandwidth. Yes, boss. Strategy design pattern is all about implementing three principles, boss. Number one, favor composition over inheritance. Number two, always code to interfaces or abstract classes and never code to concrete or implementation classes. Come on, guys. Next, our code must be open for extension, and must be closed for modification. And must be closed for modification. Okay, right. Okay, guys. Our code must be open for what? Our code must be open for extension and must be closed for what? Modification. Yes, boss. Let's see. Favor composition over inheritance. Yeah, this is inheritance. This is composition, guys. So when should I go for composition? When should I go for what? Inheritance. If class 1 wants to use all the methods and properties of class 2, then go for what? Then go for inheritance. No, it want to use few methods and few properties, then go for composition. Limitations of inheritance, guys. Some programming languages do not support multiple inheritance through classes. Wait, okay, some people are not able to digest this one. That's why I will make it simple. Through classes, right. Next, code becomes fragile, easily breakable. Code testing is bit complex. Code testing is what? Bit complex. Right. See guys, using inheritance, we cannot make C class extending from A and B classes, but same thing can be done through composition. Next, code becomes easily fragile. I have a class A, B is extending from A, and C is extending from B. I have a M1 method having return type int in A class that is overridden in B, that is also overridden in C class. If you modify M1 return type to float from int in A class, so it will disturb all the classes that are there in the inheritance hierarchy. You will get compile time error and it will disturb all the classes that are there in the inheritance hierarchy. That means by just changing one thing in the A class, we are disturbing all the classes that are there in the inheritance hierarchy. That means things are easily breakable, very sensitive. What is the solution? If you go for composition, it will affect one line where that method is called and remaining classes will not be affected. So that's why composition is better compared to what? Inheritance. Next, code testing is bit complex. Programmer is responsible to test his own code, guys. Programmer is responsible to test his own code. The testing is called unit testing. Generally, we use JUnit tool to simplify the testing process. Suppose if we go for inheritance, okay, while testing subclass, not only you have to test subclass methods, and you have to even test what? Inherited methods. See guys, A class is having 2 methods, B class is having 2 methods. Total 4 methods are there. Come on. Total 4 methods are there. A class is having 2 methods, B class is having 2 methods. Total how many methods are there? 4 methods are there. Are you listening my statement, boss? Right. Okay. That means while testing B class, you are forced to test direct methods and inherited methods both. Now look at the composition, guys. In composition, you need not to test inherited methods. Why? Because there is no inheritance at all. While testing B class, we have to test only the methods of B class. If B class methods are calling A class method internally, they will be tested internally, but there is no need of testing them separately. There is no need of testing them separately. And best example, wish messenger is having date class as the dependent class. If wish messenger and date class are there in the inheritance, while testing wish message generator, you have to test date class one business method, and in date class nearly 30-40 methods are there, and you have to even test those 30-40 methods. Come on. For the sake of one method, are you interested to test 30-40 methods, guys? No. That's the reason in our first example also we have designed wish message and date class through composition, not through inheritance. Okay, boss. Yes, let's get into today's discussion, boss. Strategy design pattern, April 8th. Yes, boss. Now listen. Always code to interfaces or abstract classes, and never code to concrete or implementation classes. Are you getting my point there? Yes, boss. Yeah. Now listen. I have class Flipkart, guys. Class Flipkart. And I have class DTDC. I have class Flipkart. I have class DTDC. Okay. I have one more class called Blue Dart. I have one more class called Blue Dart. Yes. I have one more class called Blue Dart. Now here, see this. Private DTDC, DTDC. Nice. Next. Public wide set DTDC. Public wide set DTDC. Yes, boss. DTDC, DTDC. Inside that, I'm writing this dot DTDC is equal to DTDC. Yes, boss. This dot DTDC is equal to DTDC. Now listen carefully, boss. Now listen carefully. Now I want to change from DTDC to Blue Dart, guys. Somehow Flipkart is not happy with what? This is my target class, guys. These are my dependent classes. Yes. Somehow DTDC is not happy with what? Sorry, Flipkart is not happy with the DTDC service and they want to move to Blue Dart. Tell me, guys, I have to modify so many lines of code or not? I have to modify so many lines of code. What do you say, guys? First of all, I have to change this one to, okay, here I have to change. How I should change Blue Dart to B Dart. Blue Dart to B Dart. Next, here also I have to change set to B Dart. Set to B Dart. Next, here also I have to change. Here also I have to change B Dart to Blue Dart to B Dart. Yes, boss. Here also I have to change. This dot B dot is equal to B dot. See, guys, so many changes are there or not there. Okay, after a few days, okay, we decided to work with the first flight. After that, we decided to work with the FedEx. There are many things. Every time when I want to change one thing, one to another, whenever I want to change from one courier service to another courier service, I have to definitely modify the code. What do you say, guys? This is the problem. I hope you are realizing what is problem, boss. Here some business methods will be there. Leave it. This is the real problem code. This is the problem. Here there is tight coupling between target and dependent classes. Tight coupling between target and dependent classes. That means changing okay, DTDC with the blue dot, DTDC with the blue dot in Flipkart class needs to modify the code of target class. Needs to modify the code in target class. Nothing but Flipkart. Definitely needs to modify the code in target class, guys. So this is the problem. Then see, always code to interface or abstract classes, never code to concrete or implementation classes. Since I coded directly with what? Concrete classes. Dependent classes which are directly there as concrete classes. Since I coded directly by using those concrete classes, changing from one dependent to another dependent is becoming very complex or not, and that is behaving like what? Tight coupling or not. Okay, what is the solution, sir? Solution for this problem. What is the solution for this problem, guys? The solution for this problem is make all possible dependent classes. Implementing common interface or extending from common abstract class. Implementing common interface and extending from what? Not and or. Extending from common abstract class and use that interface or abstract class type property. Are you understanding my point? Use that interface or abstract class type property in target class. Type property in target class to achieve loose coupling. Fine, guys. The people who joined lately, everyone please try to understand the problem, boss. Everyone, latecomers, late Latif Khans. Come on time, Ra Babu. Come on time. Coming late is one problem, and they will put request. Sir, I joined bit lately. Can you repeat it? Okay. No, I don't have any problem to repeat. Okay. I don't have any problem, but think about others also. You are not, it is not 1-to-1 class. It is 1 to 350, 370 members. Okay, don't be that much selfish sometimes. Think about others. You should not make others to listen same concept twice, thrice for the sake of your personal problems. When you are in a batch, you have to respect the group rules. Okay, na? Right. I know early morning, 7 o'clock. Early morning, 7 o'clock, some morning emotions will be there. You want to get up, heroine says, some more time you sleep. Okay, hero says, sleep some more time. I know that early morning emotions will be there. But this is life. This is life. If a job is there, if you are financially secured, then everything will be there. Always remember one thing, boss. If you don't have control on small emotions on life, control on small emotions of life, like eating healthy food, eating less food, getting up early in the morning, doing workout for half an hour to 1 hour every day, okay, not using phone for long time. Okay, if you don't get control on these kind of small emotions, don't expect life should be in your control. Life will start controlling you. If you want to get life into your control, first get control on these small emotions. Don't let don't let them to become, okay, your weaknesses. First work out that. First work out that. Then spring comes to your control. So, hibernate comes to your control. Microservice come to your control, and your company comes to your control. Your wife come to your control. Your husband comes to your control. First, control these small emotions. That is most important. You know, Ambani gets up early in the morning, 5 a.m. he gets up. Irrespective of the time he sleeps, Mukesh Ambani gets up early in the morning, 5 a.m. he gets up. He's Ambani. If he get up by 10 o'clock, no one asks. But still he gets up. Look at all our celebrities. We comment, na, they are rich people. Their life is great. Look at all celebrities which are there in business field, which are there in movie field. They will get up early in the morning because they want to utilize day more and more, daytime more and more. Because we just see only one side of celebrities and business people, their luxury life. We don't see how disciplined they are. See that angle also, that side also celebrities. Then no one will comment them. Right, guys? Saurav Kumar Dev, Ambani never gets up 10 o'clock. If he gets up 10 o'clock, Mukesh Ambani cannot build this much empire. Go and cross-verify yourself. Mm. Right, guys. Abstract class type property. Mm. In the target class to achieve what, guys? Loose coupling. Mm. So now let me do that work, guys. I'm taking one interface here. Courier as interface. Courier as interface. Mm. DTDC here. Blue dot here. First flight here. DTDC here. Blue dot here. First flight. All these are concrete classes. C means class. C means concrete class also. Mm. What's the relationship, guys? Implements. 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 Yes, we have this kind of thing, guys. So these are my dependent classes implementing common interface. These are my possible dependent classes. Yes. Now let me take my target class, guys. Let me take my target class. Yes. Public class Flipkart. Yeah, taking public is optional, but recommended to take. Public class Flipkart. Yes. Private courier. I ask to take interface type property. Courier. Did you notice, guys? Public class Flipkart courier. Here, what is this? Public wide set courier. Courier. This dot courier is equal to courier. This dot courier is equal to courier. See, you can take abstract class type property also. But if you take abstract class type property, you can, that's your choice. That's your choice, boss. It's purely your choice. Okay. But right now I'm going to have only method declaration. That's why I prefer taking interface. If I know I'm going to have only declarations, why should I go for abstract class? Right. Okay. So set courier. Here, what is the method? Set courier. Courier, and other business methods. As usually, other business methods are there. I have my own business methods here. Don't worry about it. I think you got the clarity, guys. Okay. Now see the property type. This. Okay. Am I hard coding any specific target dependent class, guys? No, not at all. So now listen, outside the application, somewhere in the client application or user application. So how I'm going to do that, guys? Flipkart. No, don't bring Spring into picture here. New Flipkart off. New Flipkart off. Okay, guys. New Flipkart off. Tell me. DTDC is equal to new DTDC. Now FPKT dot set courier DTDC. FPKC dot set courier DTDC. Happened or not? No, I didn't like DTDC services, guys. I did not like DTDC services. Then what you can do, boss? Okay, blue dot. Am I touching my target class, guys, to change from DTDC to blue dot? Blue dot B dot is equal to new blue dot of FPKT dot set courier. FPKT dot set courier of B dot. So I'm changing from DTDC to blue dot. Am I touching my target class code, guys? No. So we are able to change from one dependent to another dependent without touching the source code of our target class. Now, if needed, you can take multiple dependents also through composition. So at a time, I want to work with DTDs and blue dot. No problem. Private courier 1, private courier 2. Two setter methods. If needed, you can work with what? More than one dependent also. That advantage anyhow there. But please observe, loose coupling we have achieved here. Okay, boss. Here, we can here flip target and dependent classes are developed having loose coupling. Loose coupling. Because we can change from one dependent to one dependent to another dependent, one dependent to another dependent, DTDC to Blue Dart without touching the source code of target class, without touching the source code of target class. Okay, boss. Are you understanding my point? Yes. If you don't want to write like this, you can involve factory also here. So right now my focus not on factory, boss. Loose coupling. My focus is on what? Loose coupling. Instead of writing like this in the client application, you can think about going for factory pattern. That's up to you. Okay. Right, boss. I think you enjoyed this point, guys. Are you able to feel the importance of interface model coding, boss? So this is called POSI model coding. This is called POSI model programming. What programming, boss? Because we are coding through interfaces now. That's why we call it as what? POSI model. Interface model coding. So with this, we completed what here? Second one. Loose coupling we have achieved, right? Okay. What is the third one, boss? What is the third one? Our code must be open for extension and must be closed for modification. Must be open for extension and must be closed for modification. Listen, guys, if you implement rule number 2 properly, automatically 50% of rule number 3 came. Seriously, sir? Yes. See, guys, now I can have one more interface for one more implementation class for courier, like FedEx or DHL. That means I'm able to add more implementation classes. Say something, my dear. I'm able to add more implementation classes. That means my code is open for modification, sorry, extension or not. That means my code is open for extension or not. If we implement rule number 2, 50% of rule number 3 automatically came. One more angle, one more angle. Then what about another 50%, sir? Code must be closed for modification. How to implement remaining 50%, sir? Very simple. By taking target and dependent classes as final classes or its methods as, come on, or its methods as final methods. Final methods, not private methods. Private method means no one can call. Or its methods as final methods. Tell me, can anyone can create subclass and can override them, guys? If suppose I have taken target and dependent classes as final classes, target and dependent class as final class, can we have a subclasses? No. Without subclasses, is there any overriding concept? No. No, I have not taken class as final. I have taken methods as final. Can we override final methods in subclasses? Indirectly, our code is closed for modification or not? Sir, you are just stopping overriding. How can you say code is closed for modification? Array, one class method can be modified in subclass through overriding. Na? In overriding, what we do? We redefine the logic. In overriding, what we do? In subclass, we override superclass method and we redefine the method. That means we rewrite the logic. We rewrite the logic. Are you understanding my statement? So by taking By taking what? Final classes or final methods. We are keeping our code closed for modification. Agree with me or not? Okay, boss. Abhishek Singh, Abhishek Singh, overriding is the functionality of inheritance, but you are closing that option now by taking final. So indirectly our code is closed for modification. Come on, guys. Okay. Subham, if you take private method, private constructor, no one can create object, Ra Babu. No one can create. What is the statement, boss? Client should be in a position to use the things, but they should not be in a position to modify the things. There's a difference of stopping object creation, stopping overriding. Subham, you have to show some maturity. You want to see people creating object calling methods, but you don't want to see people modifying the logics of the method in the subclasses through overriding. So that time private constructor, private method won't work. Private stops the visibility. And if visibility is there, how you can use the things? I want to give visibility, right? But I want to stop people modifying the logics. Okay, na boss? Right. So Yashwant, we are not using inheritance, but people may develop subclasses for target class. People may develop subclasses for dependent classes to inherit the methods to override the method. We should stop that one or not. Between target and dependent classes, inheritance is not there, but they are normal classes. But people who wants to modify the logics of what? Target and dependent classes, they may develop the subclasses, and through subclasses by using overriding they may modify the logics or not. We need to stop that process or not. Don't think about modifying directly using target and dependent classes. I'm talking about modifying logic by inheritance, by developing subclasses for already available target and what dependent classes. I am not saying, okay, keep inheritance between target and dependent classes. Target class will have a same level. Dependent classes will remain same. They will be having composition only. I am talking about creating new subclasses for target class, new subclasses for what? Dependent classes. Think about that. Think about that. Future enhancement. Mr. Rashwant, I hope you are connected. So when you put the question, when I am answering that question, keep the good habit of writing yes or no sir. Otherwise, how I will know whether your doubt is cleared or not? Show some common sense while attending classes, please. Okay, boss. Okay, boss. Okay, boss. Listen, if you make multiple dependent classes, implementing same interface makes our code open for extension because we can add more implementation classes, more implementation classes as dependent classes, like mm, like taking DHL, okay, DHL, FedEx, and etc. as the mm, more dependent classes, dependent classes implementing the same old courier interface, same old courier interface. Okay, this is nothing but, okay, nothing but keeping code open for extension, keeping code open for extension. Understanding my point there? Yes, boss. Right. To keep our code closed for modification. Sir, someone asked me, what is the advantage of keeping clauses for modification? I want to see people taking and using my logics, but I don't want to give any chance for people taking and modifying the logics. See why string class is given as final class, guys? Class is given as final class. Anyone asked this question? Anyone raised this question to yourself? String class is having a lot of string manipulation methods, boss. Okay. So I developed a subclass and I started overriding concat method logic. I started overriding length method logic. I started overriding some other method logic. Now tell me, if everyone modifies the logic, tell me what happens. String manipulation may be disturbed or not. String manipulation will be disturbed or not. Come on. Because someone said, you said that I have this class is subclass to string class. Do one thing, call all string manipulation method through subclass object. You called by keeping original length logic in mind, original substring logic in mind, original concat method logic in mind, but in your subclass you have modified all the logics and they are expecting something and it is giving something. So that's why what they have done, they have simply stopped doing that work. They have simply stopped doing that the option. They have not given that option itself. I have given best string manipulation code. There is no need of you coming and modifying. Array, length of string is length of string only. What you modify in that? Concat method is concatenation only. What you modify in that? What I have given is final. What I have given is final. Okay, there is no meaning of modification. If you modify, entire process will be disturbed. Entire string manipulation will be disturbed. So directly or indirectly, I don't want to allow you people modifying the logics of what? String manipulation methods like length, concat, substring kind of methods. That's why they declared this is my final logic. That's why my class is final. Final class, my logics are final. No one should modify this. Moreover, in our project, we are worried about target and dependent classes. Okay, someone is not directly using target class. Someone is using my target class methods through its subclasses. And in the subclass, option is there to modify the logics. And that happened unknowingly without my knowledge. Then it would be problem or not, boss? This would be problem or not? Super. So to keep our code for to keep our code closed for modification through subclasses, through subclasses, through subclasses. Yeah, we can take both target and dependent classes as final classes, or 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 we can make the methods of same classes as final methods. Final methods. That's up to you, boss. Your choice. But I prefer final classes. Why you know? Target class is having 20 business method. Each dependent class is having 4 business methods. Instead of making multiple method final separately, it's better to make whole class as what? Final ones. Are you listening my statement, guys? It's better to make whole class as final ones, right? Okay. So now let's have a look now. Actually, I need not to give sample code, but on safe side, I am giving public interface courier. Public interface courier. Okay. Generally, this will have what method, guys? Deliver method. Courier generally has to deliver by catching the order ID. By catching the order ID. Okay. So I'll take one, two classes. Public class DTDC implements DTDC. Okay, some logic of deliver, guys. Public string deliver. Right now, I'm not interested to implement the logic. I'll just keep dot dot dot. In the real code, I will write the logic. Don't worry. Okay, implements courier. It's my mistake. Courier. Implements courier. Yes, boss. Next one, boss. Public class blue dot implements courier. So we have 2 dependent classes now. So it's better to take this class as final. Better to take this class as final so that no one can modify the logics of deliver method by developing subclasses for them, boss. Come on. All right. Now let's take the target class now. Yes, here also public class, public final class, Flipkart, private courier, courier guys. Yeah, you can take setter method or constructor, your choice. Public wide set courier. Courier. This dot courier is equal to courier. Come on, guys. This dot courier is equal to courier. Yes. Here are my business methods. Yes. Yes, in Spring also it's recommended to take Spring Beans as final classes. Spring Beans as final classes. Okay, boss. Right. Nothing is there, guys. In one class, lot of 20 methods are there. Instead of making every method final, better to take class as final, na? Srinath, please pay attention, Ra Babu. Right. Someone says that, sir, in Spring, no one takes classes as final classes. Actually, recommendation is taking all Spring Bean classes as final classes. Some people follow, some people don't follow. Since they are not following, we cannot say they are wrong. But because if you want to follow strategy design pattern perfectly for 100%, yes, there is a recommendation. There's a recommendation to take the classes as final classes. Sir, why they don't take final class, sir? In Spring projects, I observed. Very simple, boss. Very simple. They will think that entire code is there in our control. Who will develop the subclasses? If we develop subclass, then only will come now. That's the one reason. Another reason is, come on. Okay, another reason is sometimes IOC container generates some proxy classes as the subclasses of our Spring classes. To support that, sometimes intentionally we should not take them as final classes. Sometimes intentionally we should not take them as final classes. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Okay. Note. Taking spring beans as final classes is not possible in all the situations. Okay, because in AOP, Spring Data, JPA, and etc. modules, the IOC container, today you may not enjoy this statement that much. Okay, IOC container tries to generate in-memory proxy classes. In memory, we don't create. In the JVM memory, they will be created dynamically. In-memory proxy classes as the subclasses of Spring Beans to add dynamic functionalities. What is the use of proxy class? If you want to add some dynamic functionalities to existing class, your class is giving 10 facilities. IOC container wants to add another 10 facilities, but you don't want to develop the subclass. Then IOC container only develop the subclass. Okay, develops the subclass as an in-memory class. In-memory class. That how that in-memory class comes, guys, as the subclass of Spring Beans. As the subclass of Spring Bean. If Spring Bean is taken as final class, do you think this in-memory class can become subclass of Spring Bean, boss? Do you think this in-memory class can become subclass of Spring Bean? No. That's why taking Spring Beans as final classes is not possible in all situations. In some situation we have to implement, some situation you have to ignore this. In some situation, you have to seriously implement. In some situation, you have to ignore it, especially while working with the Spring AOP and Spring Data JPA models. I hope you are understanding my statement. Okay. Abhishek Singh, we are in the Spring Basics, and if you say AOP, JPA, IOC are unknown to me. We will study in the future, Ra Babu. Abhishek Singh, I think you have to show some maturity, boss. We are in the initial modules, and when I'm taking notes, and you are saying I don't know them, how you will know? We assembled here to know them only, na. Please control your excitement, Mr. Abhishek Singh. Come on, in the coming classes, we are going to study these modules. In those modules, some in-memory proxy classes will come. Right? Okay, guys. See, today you don't worry about proxy word. Today you don't worry about proxy word, please. Today worry about some dynamic classes will come by IOC container as the subclasses of Spring Beans. That will happen internally. That will happen internally. Come on. So that's the reason. Every time taking Spring Beans as final classes, not possible. This rule will implement sometime. This rule will ignore sometimes. Is that clear? Okay. What is proxy class? Are the class that adds dynamic functionalities to the existing class is called proxy class. For example, you are not attending classes, but you want to give your attendance. You will keep your friend as your proxy or not? You keep your friend as proxy or not? Tell me what your friend is doing. He is acting as your proxy and giving extra functionalities to you or not? Are proxy attendance in the classrooms, ra babu? Next, you don't want to give interview, but you want to clear the interview. You will keep one proxy person to clear the interview or not? So because of proxy, some additional functionality is coming to you or not? Same thing. Same thing. Proxy class also are there to provide additional functionalities to the existing class or object. Right. I hope are you clear? Are you clear with strategy design pattern, boss? Are you clear with the strategy design pattern? Can I implement this design pattern practically by using what? Core Java first. Shall I start that? Yes, boss. So let's get into the discussion. Yeah, we'll try to take the same example, or you can take another example also, guys. Vehicle engine. Sir, why engines are? We have different types of engines, na? Petrol engine, diesel engine, CNG engine. Okay, nowadays water engine also coming. So there also we can think about going for loose coupling or not, because people may change one engine to another engine in the same vehicle. Possibility is there. You can take a lot of things, guys. Student and course. Course is the interface. Java course, .NET course, Python course. People may change from one more time. Understanding my statement? Okay. Right. I think everyone clear on third point, guys. Everyone clear on third point? Any confusion in the third point? I noticed one more thing. People are not listening, keeping mind here and there. All of a sudden coming into chat box. Sir, can you repeat that point one more point, this point one more time? When I ask reverse question, which point they are not able to tell also. Because while attending online classes, self-discipline is very, very important. You have to continuously focus. No, sir, I will listen for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, I will sleep, or I will think somewhere. It's not going to work out. Please, self-discipline is very, very important while attending online classes. It's a big course. Your cooperation is required. Right. What is third point problem? What is the point in third statement, guys? Third rule, guys. Code must be open for extension and must be closed for modification, right? Right. Now tell me here. Must be open for extension. Array, already second rule implementation itself makes our code open for extension. Why? For the same interface, we can add more dependent classes as implementation classes. Indirectly, our code is open for extension. So by taking both the target and dependent classes as final classes or its methods as final methods, we can definitely definitely make people not overriding methods and not writing new logics for the methods. If you take final class, we cannot develop subclasses, so no question of overriding. Without subclasses, how you override? If you have a final methods, you can develop subclasses, but there is no question of overriding. So that means what? People should use our logic as it is. No provision is given to them to modify them. But sometimes we can seriously implement in Spring Boss. In some 1-2 situation, IOC container gives new functionality to Spring Bean by generating in-memory subclass for Spring Bean. So at that time, taking final class is impossible. So that's why based on the module you are using, okay, you have to keep the decision of what, either I should take Spring Bean class as final class or not. Especially while working with AOP. Especially while working with AOP module and Spring Data JPA module. These proxy classes will be generated for Spring Beans, guys. So except this situation, remaining all situation, we can happily make what? Spring Beans as final classes, not a worry. So when we get those modules, we'll get the idea about it. So shall we get into the discussions, boss? Yes. JPA project. Okay, boss. AOP is one module name, aspect oriented programming. How we got Spring Core module, how we got Spring MVC module, that's one. Okay, guys. Sarup Patkar, when I launch that module, I will talk now. What is that first? Can you concentrate on current subject? Taking some terminology becoming danger nowadays, guys. What is AOP? Where we use? How you use? Come on, guys. I have just given one exceptional statement. You are forgetting about main point and you are running after those points. Right. No, Java project only. Okay. Yes, boss. IOC Pros 7. IOC Pros 7. Strategy DP. Strategy DP Core Java. Say next. This. Right, boss. Right click. Package. com.nt.beans. Okay, I think core Java level beans word is not there. I'll take component. Package, guys. com.nt.factory. Sir, why factory, sir? I don't want to see client suffering and creating objects like this. I want to give one factory to client. Okay. I want to give factory to client. He will pass DTDC. Then what happens, you know? He will get Flipkart object having DTDC as the dependent object. Suppose if he passed blue dot, he will get Flipkart object having blue dot as the dependent object. Instead of making client to know about how to create target object, how to create dependent object, how to assign dependent object to target object, better to provide one factory to him or not. Sir, can we have more than one design pattern in one project? Definitely. In one project, we can have any number of design patterns. Don't think that one project should have only one design pattern. If you are in that feeling, please come out of that. Yes, boss. Now tell me here, package com.nt.test. com.nt.test. New interface. Courier. New interface courier. So my humble request to everyone is, when I am explaining these core concepts, 1 2 exceptional statements I will give. When I introduce those exceptional statements, just listen and ignore. Don't run after them. For example, today I have given what statement? Okay. Generally, Spring Beans will be taken as final classes, but in AOP and Spring Data JPA, not possible because of so and so reason. Okay, just listen and ignore it, because when those topic comes, definitely we will encounter that. But don't run after it. Because if you run after like that, I'll stop giving exceptional statements. Ultimately, you are the losers. Should I give such kind of exceptional statements are not required? Tell me first. Everyone, please respond in the chat box. Should I give those exceptional statements or not? Then you should not run after them. What is that? Where is that? Public, first of all, I should take one class how to attend online classes, boss. then I should start teaching subject to you people. Public string deliver. Public string deliver into OID. Okay, boss. New class DTDC. DTDC. Tell me here, what is this? Courier. Courier. Yes, here I am taking one zero param constructor, guys. Systrace zero param constructor. Yes, boss. Systrace return and delivering OID order ID, OID order ID, order products, order ID product, order products using DTDC. Nothing, just one confirmation statement, boss, nothing else. Using DTDC. File save as, I'll take only 2 things, guys. Blue Dart. Blue Dart. Yes. Here is my Blue Dart, guys. Zero param. Delivering OID order ID products using Blue Dart. Using Blue Dart. Super. So as I said, it's better to take these classes as final classes. Yes. Here is Blue Dart. Here is my DTDC. Final class. Done, boss. So now let me take the target class, boss. Here is my Flipkart. Flipkart. Nice. Final class. Tell me. Private courier. Courier. Private courier. Yeah. Now I want to have a setter method. Okay. To give the feeling object is created. Sys trace. What is that, guys? Zero param constructor. Zero param constructor. Now listen. Listen. Public wide set courier. Set courier. This dot courier is equal to courier. Sys trace. Here is my set courier method. Here is my set courier method. Yes, boss. Shall I go for business method now? Public string shopping. Public string shopping, guys. Shopping will be having what, guys? String array items. String array items. Okay. Next, float array prices. And I'm trying to give some serious business logic, guys. This is my business method. Float array prices. This is my business method. Now I would like to calculate total bill amount, boss. Float bill amount is equal to 0.0f. Float bill amount is equal to 0.0f. Tell me, guys, for float P is equal to prices. Float P prices. Tell me here what is this? Bill amount plus equal to plus, guys, plus equal to P. Yes, equal to plus P. I think everyone knows that expression. It's a plus equal to, na? Okay, plus equal to plus. It is equal to what statement, boss? Bill amount is equal to bill amount plus P. Whatever it is. Next one is what? We got the bill amount. Generate order ID. Generate order ID. Yeah. Actually, I have to generate in sequence, but right now I'm taking random number as the order ID. Random number as the order ID. Into OID is equal to any name you can take. New random of. That is a class, guys. Pseudo random number will come. I'm giving some number here. So you will get one pseudo random number between 1 to 1000. Next int. You will get one pseudo random number between 0 to 1000, it seems. Yes. Yes, boss. Order ID is ready. Bill amount is ready. Okay, now I just want to deliver the products also. Use courier. Use courier. Use courier. Tell me. String MSG is equal to courier dot deliver of order ID. Courier dot deliver as order ID. Now tell me here. Return What is that, guys? Return. Return. Here I will say arrays dot toString. Arrays dot toString is useful to convert any array into string content, boss. Items. Arrays dot toString items. Items with prices. Arrays dot toString prices. With prices are delivered. Okay, with prices ha, uh, with prices having bill amount. Come on, guys. Bill amt bill amt plus msg guys. Message, just some space, some message. Yeah, after delivery some message will come now, boss, from courier below. That message also I am giving as the return value of the business method. Arrays.toString converts any array into string, boss. Okay, arrays.toString. This also converts. This message will be displayed as the result of the business method. I am just trying to give the feeling I am using courier object somewhere. Courier object deliver method needs what? Order ID generated. Okay, generally where we will be using courier in a shopping environment. So shopping needs what? Items and prices. That's why I have passed them. Okay, it's not, it can be any logic, boss. Don't give damn importance to this logic. So I have injected dependent and I'm trying to use the dependent here. Super. Okay, now tell me, should I bother client to know about entire creational process of objects? No. So better to take the support of factory or not there. So can I call it as a factory, Flipkart factory? Why Flipkart factory, boss? When factory is giving person object, person factory. When factory is giving car objects, car factory. Come on. So we will take it as what? Flipkart factory. Because at the end it is giving Flipkart now, boss. So now tell me, static factory method. Static factory method having factory pattern. Having static factory. Now listen. Ultimately, this method has to return what, guys? Target object. Because client is not interested in dependent object, client is interested in target object. But the target should have one dependent that may change time to time. So that's why, tell me here, private static Flipkart. No controversy here. You can happily take what? Flipkart. Flipkart. Come on, guys. Flipkart. Tell me, get in a stance or get to Flipkart. Your choice. Get in a stance. String courier type. String courier type. Are you observing this point, guys? String courier type. Right. Now listen carefully. Courier is equal to null. Courier is equal to null. Now tell me, if courier type equals ignore case, if courier type equals ignore case, what is that? DTDC. If courier type equals ignore case, DTDC, then what is that? Courier is equal to new DTDC. Courier is equal to new DTDC of, yes. Else if courier type equals ignore case,
B dot. Are something I am taking B dot. Then what is that? Courier is equal to new blue dot of else throw new. I think now at least you understood why I taught factory pattern before teaching strategy pattern. Come on, guys. Illegal argument exception. Everything came in a particular order or not? Okay. Invalid. Invalid courier type. Invalid courier type. You'll understand why I'm developing this code in core Java also. Wait. You'll understand. Okay, guys. Invalid courier type. So all this story is what? Create dependent class here. Dependent class. Create dependent class object here. Yes, boss. Now tell me. Create target class object. Yes. Target now, no tension, guys. Only one target is there as of now. Flipkart FPKT is equal to new Flipkart of. Super. Okay. Assign dependent class object to target class object. Target class object. Are you understanding my statement, guys? FPKT dot set courier of courier. Set courier of courier. Super. Return FPKT. Return FPKT. Yes, it has to return Flipkart object and I have given Flipkart object. Okay. Right. Fine. Okay, boss. Are you understanding my statement? Array, if method is static, generally no need of taking final, ra babu. Static methods also cannot be overridden, na boss. What is need of taking final? Devash Pandey, day to day your knowledge is going down, fine. Static methods also cannot be overridden, right? Yeah, we are ready with Flipkart factory. Go to Flipkart class. Did I take this one as a final class? Yes. Okay. Now you observe, guys. All three patterns are implemented or not. Three rules are implemented or not. Okay. First is what? Favor composition over inheritance. Flipkart courier. Flipkart courier. Both are there in what mode? Where? Both are there in what mode, guys? Composition mode. Are you observing it? So first rule is implemented. Second rule, always code to interfaces, never code to concrete classes. Tell me, I am coding with interface or concrete class? I have taken interface type property. Second rule is done. Next, our code must be open for extension. Our code must be open for extension. Yes, for this courier interface, I can develop more dependent classes. Yes, is open for extension, right? Super. Next, our code must be closed for modification. Anyhow, I've taken all the classes as final classes. So indirectly, our code is closed for modification or not. Okay, factory is not part of strategy design pattern rules, guys. It is taken for our comfort, for my comfort. Okay, or for client application comfort, we are providing factory. Right, boss. Okay. Why it is named as Flipkart Factory? After all, it is giving Flipkart object. Now that's why I named it as Flipkart Factory. Okay. Tell me, guys. Strategy DP test. Strategy DP test. Strategy DP test. Okay. Get target class object. Why, sir? Are business method is there in the target only, na boss? Okay. Get target class object having dependent class object. Having dependent class object. Tell me here. Flipkart FPKT is equal to any name you can take. Flipkart factory dot. Flipkart factory dot get instance of. Flipkart factory of get instance of DTDC. Get instance of DTDC. Control plus shift plus O. Invoke business method. Invoke business method. Okay. String result is equal to fpkt dot shopping. New string array. New string array. Tell me. Shirt. I think Ugadi festival is coming. Shirt. Shirt. Tell me next. What is the next one, guys? Trouser. Next. Shirt, trouser. Next one is what? Jeans. Like this, we are having some items, guys. Acha, jean, trouser itself, jeans. Okay. Watch, I will take. Some watch. Yeah. New float array. New float array. Okay. Shirt of 4,000. Trouser of, okay, 6,000. Yes. 6,000. Watch of 30,000. Let us assume. Watch of 30,000. Okay. That's it, boss. This is the first argument. String array first argument. Float array second argument. So just let me display them. Let's display now. Sysout result. Sysout result. Okay, boss. Are we enjoying abstraction here? Do you need to worry about how to create dependent object? Do you need to worry about how to create target object? How to assign dependent to target? Cetera, construct, try, exa, y, z? No. We asked object, it has given object. Maybe this time target is fixed, but the dependent is changing based on the data we supply. Did you notice that, boss? Right. Strategy DP test, boss. Java application. Have a look. Right, boss. Now observe carefully. DTDC created, Flipkart created, set courier is used to assign what? DTDC to Flipkart. Shirt, trouser, watch with prices 4,000, 6,000, 30,000, having bill amount 40,000. Okay. Having bill amount 40,000. Delivering 622 randomly generated number. Order ID, order products. Order ID, order products using DTDC courier service. Using DTDC courier service. I hope you enjoyed the way I implemented strategy design pattern, guys. This is base. This is base, boss. Products, order ID, order products. Order ID, order products. No, sir. Flipkart decided not to work with DTDC. They decided to work with B dot. Okay. Shortcut name I have taken is B dot. Okay. Yes, it's working or not working. Okay. Listen, guys. Towards the target and dependent classes, this code is loosely coupled. I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy towards target and dependent classes. But do you think overall entire 100% application is loosely coupled? Entire 100% application is loosely coupled? No. Why? Observe this. Observe this. Tomorrow, one more dependent has come. Then I have to modify factory code or not? I have to modify factory code or not? Come on, my dears. I have to modify factory code or not? Say something, my dears. Yes, we need to modify the code of factory. Problem is there or not there? Okay. I want to change from one dependent to another dependent. Again, I have to modify this argument value or not. I need to modify this argument value or not. New dependent has come. I have to write one more else if statement or not. Yes or no? Okay, I am giving some task to you people. Think about making this code as 100% loosely coupled with respect to factory class, with respect to client application also. Target and dependent, somehow we achieved loose coupling. We are happy. But two words, okay, na? Two words, factory class, two words, client application also, you have to make it as 100% loosely coupled. 100% loosely coupled. Right. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about that. In that one, you feel some pain, some complexity. Later, we will develop same application using Spring. Come on. We'll develop same application in Spring. Come on, guys. Then you will enjoy how easy to implement strategy design pattern using Spring. This is the basic thing. Yes. That is the task I am giving to you. I have developed basic code. Now I am giving task how to make factory class code and client application code even 100% loosely coupled. Are you understanding my statement, boss? That is the task I am giving to you. I hope you will think on it or not. Yeah, see, boss. Example application, refer this. Example application. Yes. I have given task. Tell me tomorrow. Tell me tomorrow. And I'm keeping this code in the repository. Yes. Share project. Say paste. Did you get Google Classroom, guys? Another 2 days time you have. Talk to admin. Try to get the Google. I started keeping things in the Google also. Google Classroom also. For this entire week, I'll give both options. But next Monday onwards, only Google Classroom will be the option for us. Strategy. DP. It's not able to download. Our admin people should send the link. No, yesterday evening afternoon I have uploaded some paintbrush images also. Yes. Admin, Srikanth sir will send. If you complete all formalities, Srikanth sir will send Google Classroom to you people. Thank you, guys. Have a nice time. Yeah. Don't miss tomorrow's class. Tomorrow is going to be very interesting. Whatever hard work I have done, whatever background I prepared, tomorrow you will get it. Tomorrow you will get it. Aparna Konde, I have already added everything. I have already added whatever classes I have taken so far, all the class notes is there in the Google Classroom. Right. Video link is there, even this one. Abhishek, it's impossible to upload in both places. Okay. Only you will get in what? Google Classroom in future. Google Classroom is one application where to get the class content. Right. Raghavendra Singh, please go and talk to admin regarding those offers. All right. Thank you, guys. Have a nice time.